Welcome back, everyone. Coco here with Devil's Advocado. We're playing Cupid, which is a very happy story.
Yes, so happy. I I should make the commentary at this point that I was trying to discuss this game with my wife, who goes by for her Guaxona persona goes by Jezebel Pepper.
That's cute.
Um,
I like that.
I was trying to discuss this, and she was significantly on board for this, except the part where she gouged out her eye because whether like it is an extremely rare situation if she's say schizophrenic, which she could be. I don't know if this is supposed to be like real ghosts haunting her or if it's just like she's kind of nuts and it's
Mm-hmm.
the voice in her head. Both seem reasonable. Like schizophrenics do get voices that say things like this to them. Um, Injuring your eye is extremely rare, extremely.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Um,
something that your body would sort of
yeah,
keep you from doing.
only if like absolutely the voice said that you had to, or if there was like there
Remember
was
though, remember though, the voice didn't even say that. She made that of her own decision.
that's the weirdest part of it, and it's not like, and there's no connection to like she's seen things or something, or there's no um like something similar to third eye type of thinking that happens where you feel like you can see visions, or you might be able to stop seeing visions by cutting out your eye or something like that. Nothing like that's happening. So it's really really weird that she gouged her eye out. um
Yeah, the only thing I can really think is that maybe she, since she kept saying I have sinned," and this was her way of thinking that she had to repent. The only thing I can really think is that maybe she blamed herself for for being assaulted.
well,
And
no, see, the self-harm is believable. I totally buy that makes sense that she could be pressured by the voice in her head, um, or indeed, if this was a real mother, could also be abused to the point where she felt like she had to do penance through injury. But generally speaking, you don't do penance to something that damages your ability to interact with the world.
oh, okay, I
Um,
see what you. Okay.
so uh like more logical would have been like cutting, especially if it was like sexual. It would have been more sensible for her to like attempt to
Cut off her
cut her
breasts.
breast or other kind of sexual part of her body.
Cut off
um
those ankles.
yeah, those those ankles that those ruffians so admire. Ruffians.
Uh,
um so that's, or like even like make gashes in her face or something,
okay,
to make
yeah.
herself not pretty or something. These are all like, this all makes sense.
They
just
all have
just
like.
gouging the eye is really really strange. To almost, I have to come to the conclusion that I have the sinking suspicion that they wanted a character to only have one eye. They had all the rest of the story working, and they're like, she lost it because of self-inflicted abuse because reasons.
Okay.
Otherwise, I've liked the way that this has been written. So anyway, so since we've had a few days to come back to it and we've had some posted, I had some time to think
Some
about it.
thoughts. Yeah, and thank you
So
for sharing. Cause yeah, now that you pointed out it, that particular injury is very strange.
yeah, me and my wife, like I used to be a psych major. My wife almost got into criminal forensics, and we're both big into psychopathy and sociopathy. I can't say the words, but we're like totally into it. So we're big into those shows, so we discuss this kind of stuff. Um, but anyway, um, it's funny, is it not? Maybe. They always leave you. Yes, that is the nature. It's a bit like gravity. Things come up and it goes down. Like like people generally have to leave or they're always like attached to you.
And that is suffocating.
Well, okay, at least she understands. Such is the way of the world. The more you love, the more you lose. Oh, it seems like they'll stay forever, but they never do. You mean like you, mother, who left me when I was a child by dying? Yes, like me. Oh, except not. That's actually true. I'm the only one who stays, my lovely Rose.
You're the only one I want gone.
My love is the only love you need. You were always so weak. Always so loving to people who did not deserve it. I told you to get rid of her, didn't I? I told you to be wary. I knew it from the start, my Rose. Oh,
Another option. She was nothing but selfish. She led you astray.
I'm not even. I'm struggling to piece this together. Who she's talking about,
I'm
but
pretty sure she's talking about Catherine.
Catherine, the little girl.
Yeah. Because remember at the end of the last video, we saw Catherine
Yeah,
hanging
they
from a
were.
noose.
Oh, is that who? We saw
Uh,
someone hanging from a noose.
well, Rosa screamed out Catherine, so I assume it's her.
Oh, that's true. I actually was rewatching, but didn't get to the end of the video. So, let's say selfish. She was nothing but selfish. You fought so hard. You never used to fight with me. But now she killed herself. Your sacrifice lost in her selfish ways. I knew she would just cause you pain.
I am glad she. Oh, I guess this is Rosa's decision. I am glad she's dead. I am glad. Oh, no, it's probably still the mother's.
Let's go more vindictive than controlling. I'm glad she's dead. It saved me the trouble of delivering you from her clutches. She was poison. I don't know why I went flamboyant with that line. I am glad she is gone.
Jeez, what a chatterbox, Rosa.
Your silence bothers me, child.
She was important to me, Mother. I. I loved her. Mother only laughed as Rosa screamed out her pain.
Mother also has the haughty laugh.
Rosa felt strong arms shake her awake.
Rosa.
She opened her eyes and was hit by a strange sadness that crushed her. She was dazed for a moment. Why was she so sad? And then she remembered. Her best friend was gone. So is this best friend or best friend? She was gone.
It's just like uh Lyra and Bon Bon from My Little Pony, best friends. Bernie's out there know what I'm talking about.
Or Korra and Asami, just friends.
Oh, but that clearly was. I didn't actually get to
They're
watch much of
definitely
that, but
not.
they're not friends. They made it clear. They made out, didn't they?
Oh no, they didn't make out, but it was
Well,
still very. It
they
was
kissed.
Korra and
They,
Asami. No, they didn't kiss. No, but it was still very clear that it's not friendship. But of course, people are still going on that it's just friendship. Like pretty much, they did a lot of sort of cinematography to make a lot of their positioning and dialogue parallel to a couple that literally just got married 2 minutes ago and was literally the same as Katara and Aang at the end of the first series. And I mean, throughout the third and fourth season, there were a lot of really subtle hints, which weren't so subtle for queer people,
yeah.
but you know.
Trying to remember how did I do this voice? Rosa, how are you feeling?
Wegem sat by her bed, a hand in hers. Rosa didn't realize she had been holding on to it tightly in her fitful sleep. She broke from his grasp and clutched her knees.
Rosa,
She remained silent.
I came to check on you. You went into shock and lost consciousness. I can only imagine. That really did not deserve. I just. It just immediately. Too many years in weird fundamentalist churches. How hard it must have been for you to see her like that.
His words echoed in her brain, yet she did not register much of their meaning. Rosa still refused to speak, and Wegem fidgeted with his glove.
Fidget. The wake will take place as soon as possible, Rosa. I just wanted to let you know that she's being taken care of. He's hiding something.
There was a light triumph in the mother's voice.
He wants to get rid of her body as soon as possible.
Okay, first it was all Catherine's fault, now it's all Wegem's fault.
Don't you see it, child? Tell me you're not falling for this.
Rosa was tired. Mother, always the cynic, would say such things. She hated anyone who came close to Rosa's heart. Rosa didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to deal with anything right now. All she wanted to do was wallow in her loneliness. To curl up inside the hole Catherine had left behind and sleep.
My child, tell me you see it.
Remember the fear in Catherine's eyes in her last days. Look at how he is unperturbed by Catherine's death. You know, one thing that's always confusing for me about visual novels or the ones that I've played is that since sometimes we don't get to see these things ourselves.
Yeah.
Are we able to, do we ourselves, did Rosa think that there was fear in Catherine's eyes in her last days? Or is that just Mother saying that?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Excuse me. Let's go with, look at how he is unperturbed by Catherine's death. There's an absence of feeling in him, don't you see? It goes beyond the usual apathy of loneliness. Did he even really love Catherine? How well do you even know him, child?
I've known him for as long as I knew Catherine, Mother. He is a close friend.
I didn't ask how long you've known him, but how well.
Mother makes a good point there.
Beyond the mask that he displays in public view, do you even know his past? Do you even know any of his ambitions or secrets?
He was always a private man, Mother.
Think back, child. He could have had 6 toes on his left foot. You wouldn't even know. That is my fetish. Isn't it curious how all his past relationships have ended in disaster? Everything he touches crumbles.
That is not enough to accuse him of anything.
Baka! Baka des!
What a weeb, Mother. I hate you.
I don't even know. Der Dummkopf! He is different. Actually, I'm gonna stop you right there, Mom. This is a really good diatribe, but I don't even know why I went Kanye there. You already said, we already established he's not different. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's true. At the very, but I would assume that was a while ago. But still,
yeah, it was probably years ago, but he does not belong. I feel like there's some missing to that statement. You have felt it too, haven't you?
Rosa looked at Wegem with new eyes now. A hint of doubt slithered out from beneath her sadness. Rosa wanted something to blame, a cask for all her regrets. Wegem seemed like the perfect candidate, didn't he?
Yes! You're finally seeing it!
I'm just trying to imagine what Wegem is doing throughout this entire conversation. Rosa's just sitting there, like, looking at him sadly, sometimes glaring at him, sometimes slumping over, and he's just standing there waiting for an answer.
I want to believe, like, the lines where it says that, like, it has her name. She's saying that out loud. And, like, this guy, he's just like, yeah, this happens.
Yeah, he's used to it.
He's so used to it. In fact, I also want to believe, like, he's actually fairly sheltered away from women, at least to this point. That, like, he just thinks this is the way women act. Like, all women do this.
Just let them play out their little internal dramas.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, they just talk to themselves and oddly accuse their dead mothers of things. They, women. Open your eyes, sheeple.
It made sense. Wegem and Catherine's relationship began to peter off into coldness right before she died. Her mental instability only served to compound the fracture in their relationship. Perhaps Wegem was tired of her and had her killed off for convenience? Or perhaps Catherine, in her psychotic state, killed herself to spite him. Rosa stared at the man beside her.
He is not to be trusted, child. He's a demon.
Wegem returned Rosa's angry stare with a resolute look.
I know you must hate me, Rosa. Actually, that was the first moment, like, okay, I think I'm remembering what kind of voice I was doing. I am aware that I only aggravated Catherine's condition with my presence. I know the feeling when I am not wanted.
He stood
A lot
up,
of shatter.
a hard yet kind look on his face.
Hard kindness. Just remember that I will always be here for you. As much as I was there for Catherine, even though she spat me out. Listen, Jeremy, we don't need to talk about that, really? Like, you know.
Keep it to yourself. Rosa bit her lip. When Catherine had refused to eat, it had been Wegem who fed her and attended to her. Despite Catherine hurling abuse at him, he had tried to care for the sick woman himself.
Lies! All lies! Keeping up appearances.
Then what is it that he has done, Mother? Catherine committed suicide. It was not by his hand that she died.
She's just nodding along with the conversation that she's having with the imaginary mother. Yeah, that she's right, you know, Mom.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. Come on, Mom, give me a break. Are you just going to leave it at that? Look at his face and tell me you trust him wholeheartedly.
Rosa tried to search for the answer in Wegem's eyes. But as always, his face betrayed only few emotions. I don't know. Mother was screaming now.
What? He killed her! I'm sure he did. And you're letting him get away with it.
Please, my head hurts.
And you say you loved her. You never loved her, you selfish child. I've always known you were this selfish. You're a monster. Just like your father. Oh, bring Dad back into it always.
And I think we'll end this episode right here. I mean, this game kind of escalated very quickly.
Yes.
See you guys next time.
Farewell.
I move to take a seat, but Finley blocks my path. Avery, before you sit down, I have a question for you. Sure, what's up? Okay, is that... Her voice drops, almost conspiratorially. She leans in to whisper. That's Nakia's shirt, isn't it? Oh, look at her face. He's my favorite too. Oh, what? Akia? From Blast Zone? From what? Look, you don't have to play dumb. I get it. No, I really have no idea what that is. Is that like a show? Is this shirt from something? Oh, no. Never mind, don't worry about it. Oh. But now you've got me interested. Yeah. But now you've got my interest. What is Blast Zone? I don't know if it would be your type of game after all. Oh, it's a game. I like games. Try me. Well, it's a story about men's passions clashing in a life or death struggle. Okay. Sounds dangerous. Oh, it is. But it's also romantic. Romantic, like love blooming on the battlefield? That type of thing? Yeah, I think you do get it.